My name is Zimira Zanat, and I've known Mira for a couple of years now. And first, actually, she was my voice teacher. That's how I met her. And I was so lucky when I first moved to Chicago. She's one of the first people I ever met. And when I met her, I knew I wanted to work with her on something. So I was just geeked to like get to know her and to get to see her every week. And she was teaching me, and I heard her music and I saw her play, and I was just like in awe, like she's got it, like for real. That was like really what I thought. And we kept in touch, and we would always talk about like our goals and our projects and visions and things that we're working on, just part of our relationship. And so from there, I was telling her about my goals of being a producer. I'm a writer and a researcher in the past, but I wanted to take on like more of a producing role. So as I start really working in film, I can have more of like more control over my projects and more say over the things that I was working on. Just as a writer, I wanted that as well. So that's how I got to start producing her music video.
Yeah. So how did you like working with her? I know you help a lot producing the whole clip, just getting everything ready, and everything you have to deal with. How do you like working with her personally, and how was just working on the project overall?
Working with her was amazing. I mean, I learned a lot about the process in general, but I think we worked together really well because we would just have conversations about like, okay, I wanted to like we started talking about like the aesthetics of the video, like what would look good according to the like that would go with the song. And we started talking about like colors and wardrobe and all that sort of stuff. And I think just through like authentic, genuine conversations, we were able to really build a vision for what she wanted. And then, I was able to say, incorporate things that I thought would be good, or, take her vision and really bring it more to life. So it was like really natural, I think I could say, like just through natural being ourselves, we were able to come up with something. And yeah, I think it was a great like experiment for me because I've worked on music videos in the past, but I've never been a producer on a music video. And so that was just a lot of uh, yeah, experimenting. And I think when we were the biggest challenge was, of course, looking for a location, as it oftentimes is a location. Um, that's the issue. And so we looked at a lot of gardens, as Mira said. We looked at a lot of places and everything. I mean, a lot. There was a lot of things. Some just looked too artificial for what we were going for. Some looked. Um, Sometimes it was a budget issue. It was like a lot of things. When Mira came across the Weber Garden and she told me about it, at first, her energy when she was telling me about it told me like, okay, this is something. There's something here, and she was so excited and so sure that the person that Ted also wanted, like she um, it just came across that everybody wanted this to happen. Like the owner also wanted it to be there and was willing to accommodate us. Yeah, that the owner was willing to accommodate us was a big part of making it happen. So yeah, working with her was a joy, and the shooting day was so fun. Like it was just fun from the beginning, from the drive to getting ourselves, hyped up that we're about to do this thing, and then getting there and seeing it in real life. Like the videos do not do it just, I mean, these videos are incredible, but like when you're there and you see the expansiveness of it, and like how dynamic the place is, where like every garden within the garden is telling a different story. And that's another thing, is the song is like we wanted to bring like the childlike wonder part of the song out, as well. And there was certain parts of the garden that like told that story, and then there was other parts of the garden that was more of like an ethereal, like heavenly place, and then we found that's what it's just really amazing.
The best match in heaven, basically,
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like that. Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. But for sure, I know Mionda had a chance to work with ESK Media before, and I know
Uh-huh.
that was probably your first time too. So
Hmm.
tell us a little bit about the experience of working with, the production part with like the videographer, Espoir and Jeff and everybody that was on the camera behind the scene part. And how was just the whole experience with just working with ESK Media for you?
It was great. I loved it. It was so fun. I met Espoir first, and we just talked like brainstorming ideas. And we told him kind of what we had talked about, and asked him, like what is possible here. And the cool thing was, he always wanted to make it even bigger than what we had said. And so, because we were like, okay, it's a small production, so like let's just like keep that in mind. But then he'd be like, well, why don't we do this? Make it bigger. We could do a drone. We can do, a wide shot. And then and we were like, okay, we can do all that. Like, hell yeah, let's do that then. So it was great to have somebody be like, yeah, I see your vision and I want to add to it more. Not just like, yeah, let's do it, whatever. So that was really nice. And any of the like notes that we had, or like the takes that we had, okay, like, well, we kind of want it more like this, or like, whatever. I felt like they were very receptive to what we were saying and to our ideas, and they were really hearing us, like listening to what we were saying and then taking it and applying it. So I felt really heard and a part of the process as well. Like I felt like, yeah, like we were really working together well. And again, the shoot day was so fun. Like the vibes were great. We had a really good time, and we were like laughing, and it was a joyous experience. And that's what I want, because when I'm working, I want to have a good time. Like if it's just like, ugh, we're doing this, okay, another take. Like sometimes it's like that, and that's okay too, especially towards the end of the day. But um, that's not the vibe you want going into it. It was a great time. I really enjoyed it. Would recommend. 10 out of 10.
Ah, definitely. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing your experience.